Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. I wish you could see the candy and the metal flakes, but the sun's not out. And this is not really a full-on showcase of the saw, because it's not done yet, but it's close. Okay guys, so I figured I'd go ahead and show you this before I sent it off. This is the first saw that I actually started messing around with, as far as, you know, wanting to do something different. I think it is. I think it's the very first saw that I started messing with. This is my Homelite Super XL Auto Oiler, and I wouldn't say big fan, because that's just misleading, but I am a fan of Army of Darkness. It's a movie, I think it was made like in 1992-ish, directed by Sam Raimi, one of the better directors of all time. He's got a style, I like it, and Army of Darkness was hilarious to me. So the story goes, I was teaching heating and air conditioning whenever I was in the Air Force. And one of my students, he told me, he said, you know, you look like Bruce Campbell. And I said, who the hell is Bruce Campbell? I had no idea. You don't know who Bruce Campbell is? All that stuff, right? And anyways, he tells me about this movie, Army of Darkness. And what he says is, I have it. It was on old VHS, right? He's like, I have it, and I want you to watch it, but you have to promise to watch it 3 times. And I said, what? I'll just watch it once, you know? And he said, no, you have to watch it 3 times. Otherwise, you may not get it. And so I made the promise. I went home and I watched it the first time. I thought it was the stupidest movie I've ever seen in my life. It was terrible. And but I made the promise. The next day I watched it again. And I was like, are they trying to be stupid? Are they, what's going on? And I watched it a 3rd time. Sure enough, he was right. It was hilarious. I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. I loved it. Whenever somebody falls into the pit, like 50-gallon drum of fake blood comes shooting out. Anyways, so what happened was there were 3 movies in that trilogy. One was The Evil Dead, right? Came out in, like, I don't know, 79, 81, something like that. Well, back then, if you did anything with gore in it, you found success. And so they found success. I thought it was a crap movie. So they got a little bit bigger budget, and they did Evil Dead 2, which was basically the exact same movie as Evil Dead. They just had a little bit bigger budget. And so then they got money for Evil Dead 3, or which they called Army of Darkness, and they said, you know what, let's just go on out there and let's just do nothing but comedy. And so that's what they did. So the story with this chainsaw and how it relates is, in the very first movie, the evil gets in his hand and he lops it off at the wrist with a Homelite Super XL, right? Now, it might be an XL12. I don't know. I don't care about that. But I think that it's a Big Red. It is a Super XL automatic oiler. You have to look at what was available at the time. And whenever they were filming, it was probably around 1980. And yeah, it would have been a Super XL. That's what they had. But it could have been an XL12. Okay, but who cares? I don't. This is my Army of Darkness chainsaw. Later on, he gets one that is adapted to his hand, and it is a XL. It's still a Homelite, but it's the Homelite XL. And those right there were all plastic, little teeny tiny top handle chainsaw and stuff, and he adapts it to his hand. Well, I'm not going to adapt a chainsaw to my hand. So, but I will do this. So, what I did to it, I tore it all apart and I painted it, put a really nice paint job on it. I mean, it's not the best I can do, but it's pretty good. It's a candy red, on top of like a brilliant silver metallic. And so it's a really nice candy red. And clear coated over top of that with this stuff called Diamond Coat. It's really good for chainsaws. I found it's extremely tough. It is resistant to fuel, and you don't have to add a hardener to it. Oh, the wind's blowing. I hope that doesn't screw up my audio. But anyways, this will fire up and run great. Oh, wait a minute. I did port it. Just a cleanup port, nothing special. I just did a good cleanup port. Got a lot more volume in the intake and a little bit in the exhaust from what I remember. But I did a base gasket delete, which if you know anything about these saws, it doesn't happen easily. Simply because the base gasket and the intake gasket are one and the same. So what I did was I cut it and removed the portion that's for the base gasket. These things are built weird, very weird. And then put it all back together. So it has a little bit more compression than normal. The porting, I believe, helped a little bit, but I haven't been able to run it very long because as soon as it warms up, it develops what I think it develops an air leak. It could possibly be losing spark. The reason we're talking about this like this is because this chainsaw, I'm fixing to take the bar and chain off of it, and I'm sending it to Dan Kane at Kane's Custom Garage. And the reason I'm doing that is multi reasons. One, I'm a busy guy. I got a lot of stuff going on, and it's good to have somebody help out. It just is. The other reason is Dan, I believe, knows a lot more about these than I do. And then thirdly, and probably the most important reason, is I wanted to get some inter-channel continuity going on and help. And because the videos that I'm going to make with this saw are going to be, they're going to get a lot of views. I won't say that they're going to be good, because that's subjective. But what's not subjective, I don't think they're going to get a lot of views. A lot. I'm guessing in the millions. Because this right here, whenever I do a whack off with it, it will be going against, hopefully, a Poulan 245. And it will be for a Halloween special. I won't give you any more details, but if you guys know anything, you probably already know what the Halloween special will be. So the entire month of October. Now today, keep in mind, it is Wednesday, February the 23rd. And I am already making steps towards what I'm going to be doing for the month of Halloween. So hopefully it's going to be really awesome. Dan is going to get this, going to figure out why, it'll fire up and run great. But then I think it develops an air leak, or it possibly is losing spark. I don't know. He knows these better than I do. And check him out if you haven't. You probably already know about him though. Dan, Kane's Custom Garage. And I'll put a link. But, or a description, something. Anyways, yeah, this is going to get sent to him. He's going to get it running all sweet. He'll probably do one of his cool muffler mods. Maybe, I mean, I don't know. But he does this cool, like, double barrel shotgun type exhaust out of these. And I dig it, But, yeah, we're going to do whack-offs with this. The Army of Darkness chainsaw. Come October, you'll see if it works the way that I have it planned, right, which most things rarely do. You'll see every Wednesday for the month of October will be a Halloween whack-off, and then it'll culminate into a actual whack-off for Halloween Day, and it'll be cool. Anyways, let's see if it fires up. I haven't fired this thing up in months and months, but it does have fuel in it, and we'll pull it a few times, just see if it fires up. Oh, come on, it should have started now, by now. Nope. Well, maybe it doesn't have enough gas in it. I don't know. Anyways, Dan, it's coming to you, buddy. And I appreciate your support. All right, take care, guys.